Welcome, our audience, our beloved audience, to this 33rd session. This is really great news. My co-founder, Coach Shilp, and I are super excited to be talking to you today because this has been really great going, and we've learned a lot from you, from your feedback. Your downloads have been amazing, and we are super charged to go really forward. And so we would like to welcome you to this episode. And today we'll be talking about something very fundamental, and this is breaking through limiting beliefs. And we will be discussing, Coach Silpa, as we mentioned, strategies for developing a growth mindset, particularly for beginning coaches and consultants. And I would like to welcome everyone on this platform, on this show, because those of you who are keen on becoming coaches and consultants, this is something that you'll find extremely interesting and extremely motivating, because when you adopt the kind of mindset we're going to be discussing, you will see that it will help you to accelerate your growth. And as usual, I would like to welcome and appreciate my dear co-founder, Coach Shilpa, and invite her to our session of today. So, Coach Shilpa, take it away.
Yes, thank you so much for every time, such a warm welcome and introduction, Dr. Gerald. And we acknowledge and we appreciate and we are super grateful to all our listeners and all our viewers. And we are also grateful not only because you're downloading, listening, sending us mails, comments. Some of you have reached out to us for having you as a guest on our podcast, and we'll soon be responding to all of you one by one, and we'll be happy to host your success stories after going through the struggle you have won, and that is what we really appreciate.
Yes.
We also encourage you to go back and watch the previous episodes, recent episodes, if you have not already got an opportunity to do so. The 7 strategies new coaches should adopt to help their clients achieve success fast. Isn't it what we all are here for?
Exactly.
3 lessons from successful entrepreneurs on transitioning from employee to being a boss. I know some of you are really on the journey and committed to be their own bosses.
Yes.
Leveraging your expertise, how to create your unique selling proposition as a coach, because that's going to make you differentiate yourself in the crowded market. And also the previous interviews, because nothing inspires us like real life stories, and which is by Chuck Kanabush, Emma Matthews, Dave Sethi. Either it could be career transition, defeating burnout, or bulletproofing your business. So you would really enjoy their special gifts as well, because some of them have even given their time for you. So go ahead and please feel free to use that. So over to you, Dr. Gerard, so that we can get started with today's very interesting and close to our heart topic.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for really encouraging our listeners and our viewers to get used to the materials that we ourselves and our guests do provide. Again, just like Coach Shilpa mentioned, go to the previous episodes. Some of them have offered times for you to book. Go ahead, book those slots, download the materials, join their group so that you can continue expanding your learning. And so this is part of the agenda of today. So today, as we mentioned, we will be talking about breaking through limiting beliefs. This is important because we will be sharing with you at least 5 strategies that help you to develop a growth mindset as a beginning coach and consultant. You see, in the beginning, usually as a coach and consultant, developing a growth mindset is crucial for your success, because a mindset is just like a roadmap. Now, if your roadmap is skewed, you get lost in a big city. And therefore, if your mindset is not pointing towards the right direction as a coach consultant, you're likely to get lost and you're likely not to achieve your objective. And this is why we're here today. So in this episode, we'll discuss, first of all, to give you clarity of what a growth mindset is, why it is important for both coaches and consultants to have a good mindset. And importantly, we will share with you at least 5 strategies that you can use to develop a growth mindset. But as usual, we have a ritual on this show.
Uh-huh.
Before we go in, we would like to start with our quote of the week. And today, our quote comes in a very particular way, talking about mindset. And this is one of the great quotes that I usually like to tell my audience and my clients. It's about mindset, and it goes as so follows. Your
And today's
mindset.
quote is special because it is coming from Dr. Gerald Amandu himself.
Yes, I like that. I like that. Thank you for the emphasis. Yeah. So our quote today is, your mindset is the foundation for everything you do. A growth mindset can transform your coaching or consulting practice from average to exceptional, helping you to unlock your potential and achieve your goals.
Wow, beautiful. Can you read it again?
Yes.
This is so good. Yeah.
Yes, it's a thank you, Coach Silpa. So our quote of the week is, your mindset is the foundation for everything you do. A growth mindset can transform you, your coaching or consulting practice from average to exceptional, and helping you to unlock your potential and achieve your goals. That is what we want you to keep in mind, Coach Shilpa.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes. So now that we've set the stage with a quote of the week, Coach Shilpa, can you explain to our listener why we chose to talk about this important topic of developing a growth mindset as a coach and consultant?
Wow, beautiful question. And thank you, Dr. Gerald, for sharing your own personal quote with people, because that is coming from the deep learning within.
Yes.
And I also liked that you are comparing to the mindset to having a map or a territory. So if that's not clear, the journey becomes very directionless, right?
Yes.
So before I answer your question, I want to start off with what growth mindset, because everybody is now using this word, what that you should have a growth mindset. But I want to make sure our listeners are all on board. So growth mindset is basically a belief that intelligence, talent, and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. I'll say it again.
Wow.
A growth mindset is a belief that intelligence, talent, and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. So that also means it is not limited to your existing thought process or skills and talents. You can always make it better and acquire all the required qualities and abilities.
Yes.
So as a beginner in coaching or consultancy, it is very easy to fall into a trap of thinking that your abilities, your skills, and your talents are fixed, because you must have already worked in your area 15, 20 years, and now you think, oh, almost I have learned and got everything I had to. But that you don't have what it takes to succeed as a coach and consultant, because maybe others are having so many other things more. And that's when the growth mindset comes into play. Growth mindset helps you to break through these limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough, ready enough, perfect enough, all those things, and see opportunities for growth and improvement or continued basis. Now, the answer to your question, Dr. Gerald, is like, we chose this topic on mindset, especially growth mindset, because the central role it plays in the success or failure of many coaches and consultants in the initial phase of their journey. First of all, from the perspective of a beginning or a just starting coach and consultant, developing a growth mindset is important because it allows you to see the potential in your clients, especially for coaches, and help them achieve their goals. Also, as beginners, you may feel that you don't have all the answers yet. What if I get these questions from my client? And maybe you feel, oh, I'm not experienced as a coach and I don't have enough information to help my clients. But with growth mindset, you can approach each coaching session as a new opportunity to learn and grow alongside with your clients, and you'll be surprised how your talents play the role and bring the right kind of intuition and the solution to your clients. Right?
I like that.
Thank you. Secondly, from the perspective of beginning as a consultant, developing a growth mindset is very important because it allows you to approach new projects with your clients with enthusiasm and optimism. So, as a beginner, you may always feel overwhelmed by the scope of a project, or you may feel unsure of your abilities to deliver result within a certain time frame. But with the growth mindset, you can approach each project or each work with your client with a willingness to learn, with an open mind and a belief in your ability to grow and improve. So in a sense, we chose to talk about the growth mindset because it can be a deal maker or a deal breaker for your success or failure. So, Dr. Gerald, now that our listeners are clear on why we chose to speak about developing a growth mindset for establishing yourself as a coach and consultant, what would you say, can be the first step or strategy in this journey, so that they can achieve these results quickly, faster, and start building their journey right away?
Oh, beautiful. I just love the fact that before I go there, I would like to thank you really for elaborating very beautifully just the focus about mindset. And if I remember my own journey of my growth in my early years as a coach, I used to be afraid. I used to say, okay, will these guys trust me and all that? Little did I know that was actually limiting belief, right? And so as I grew, as I went on in my mentorship, I overcame those limiting beliefs. And I'm super excited to really be sharing these strategies with you, as Coach Shilpa has mentioned, because it can be a deal maker or a deal breaker. And so back to your question. So what is the first strategy that can help a new coach, a new consultant become successful in their mindset growth? Now, the number one strategy that I always encourage my clients to go for is to embrace challenges. Now, that might sound interesting, right? Why should I embrace challenges? You see, from a coaching perspective, when you embrace challenge, it means you encourage your clients to step out of their comfort zone and try new things. You see, your role as a coach is to stretch your clients so that they move from point A to point B. Majority of the times, people don't achieve the things they want to achieve because they're only operating from the current self. So your responsibility as a coach is to believe in challenge, encourage challenge, and nurture challenge. So when you're able to embrace challenge, you would be able to challenge and encourage your clients to try new things so that they get new results. So with this mindset, you will be able to help your clients see challenges as an opportunities to learn, to grow, rather than as obstacles. In ordinary life, people look at problems as the end to their advancement. And yet, one of the things that I learned from, I think, Napoleon Hill, he said that if you are an adept learner, if you're somebody who has a positive mindset, you will be able to see every opportunity as a stepping stone, every challenge as a stepping stone to the next opportunity. And this fits here very perfectly. So as a coach, as a nurse and coach, you're able to ask and encourage your clients to see the challenges for what it could bring. So when they're able to overcome this challenge, they're able then to expand the zone of genius and move to the next area, right? So you would have to, by this mindset, encourage them to take on new challenges, even if they feel uncomfortable, Coach Shilpa, even unsure of their own abilities. Like you mentioned in the beginning, sometimes new coaches feel that I'm not enough, I do not know. Maybe what if the coach knows, the client knows more than I know, right? So you would be able to withstand that fear, okay? And then from a consulting perspective, embracing challenge means taking on new projects, new tasks that may again be outside your comfort zone. Because again, if you want to receive different results, then you have to get out of your comfort zone. So using your existing skills as a foundation, experience as a foundation, is what this growth mindset is going to allow you to do. but then you'll be able to stretch yourself and go to the next level. So the important thing here is use your existing skills as a stepping stone, but be willing to learn along the way so you can go to the next level and grow in order to meet the challenges of this new project.
Wow. Wow. Great.
Great. Yeah. So thank you. So Coach Silpa, now that I've explained and like the listeners know the first strategy, would you like to take the listeners on the second strategy that can help them adopt more success in this journey of mindset transformation?
Yeah, sure, with pleasure. Because the first strategy is very, very critical to embrace challenges, and these challenges are of a different type, as you explained, right?
Yes.
Going for that first session, feeling that whether I'm stepping out of control zone, what if I don't have the answers, and
Yes.
having all those things coming in your mind. But
Yes.
anyways, going ahead with a belief in your own abilities, to what you have and to what you can learn, so that you can embrace those challenges. And in continuation with that, the second one will be, the second strategy would be to learn from failures. So it is inevitable that there would be some setbacks and some greater challenges which can give you a feeling of failure. So because there is no final failure, right?
Yeah.
So from a coaching perspective, learning from your failures, setbacks, delays, even delays sometimes, means helping your clients develop resilience and perseverance, right? Encouraging them to see failures as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than the signs of weakness and defeat. Because once you start seeing failure as opportunities, you would be able to make your clients see them as opportunities as well.
Yeah.
And then help them reflect on their experiences and identify what they can learn from it. Because if you don't learn from an experience, only then it remains your failure, right?
Yeah.
From consulting perspective, learning from failure means using the setbacks, delays, or mistakes as opportunities to improve in the upcoming project, or adding that factor for risk mitigation, so that you can help clients save their time, money, energy, and the resources. So analyze what went wrong, go deep. So in the coaching program, we are going to announce like high impact coach and consultant. There we tell people what is the right way to analyze what has gone wrong, because that's when you get the right solution. Otherwise, it would be a band-aid solution, right? So ability to analyze deeply what has gone wrong gives you a better ability to do better at the next time. So use your failures as a chance to refine your approach and improve your results, because that is actually a cornerstone of growth mindset. So, Dr. Gerald, take it away with the third and special strategy.
I love that. Before I go to the third strategy, I like the fact that you said using your failure as a chance to refine your approach and improve your result. This is such a profound statement, because let's face it, how many of us actually focus on our failures and use it as a seed for growth? Just take a moment and just focus. When was the last time you actually took a notebook and digested and really went deep on your last failure? Probably out of every 10 people listening, probably one. And so this is why we're encouraging you. And this is one of the important steps. And actually, this is second step, the second strategy that Coach Silpa has mentioned to help you grow your mindset. You remember we said you've got either fixed mindset or growth mindset. Fixed is when you believe your ability, your talent is fixed. Nothing changes. However, if you have the growth mindset, you know that you can develop your skill, your ability, and your talent. So it's not the end of the road, right? So using your failure as a chance to refine your approach and improving your future results is one of the best ways for you to grow. And with that, I would be very happy to take on the third strategy, Coach Silpa. Now, the third strategy, Coach Silpa, is focusing on the process. This is important. Why is this process important? Because from a coaching perspective, focusing on the process means that you help your clients break down their goals into smaller, more manageable steps. just like many times we call it baby steps. The human brain actually is built to process information in bits. Now, when you understand this growth mindset principle, you're able to encourage your clients to go step by step. And this is what we actually focus on in our coaching program, the high impact coaching program, the launch pad that we would be announcing in the coming weeks, where we help experienced professionals to get the basis of how to become a high impact coach or a high impact consultant, right? And so we would be announcing this in the coming weeks. But the key focus here is really focusing on bits and pieces of the various steps to achieve any of the goals. And so as you're working as a new coach, we wouldn't like you to go all over the place with your clients. Take one problem, break it into pieces, meaningful pieces, and let your client work with them. You and your client work with them bit by bit, step by step. And in no time, you'll realize that you've actually managed all the important steps and the results begin to show in the client's life. So here, one of the key things we encourage our clients is celebrate small victories along these small steps. Every time your client wins something, celebrate with them. Let them actually document their wins. And possibly even start every coaching session with a recollection of the victories of the past week, the past month, the past fortnight, depending on how often you have your coaching session. So this will allow you to focus on their progress rather than the end result. Imagine life we shouldn't look at the end. We should actually enjoy the journey. The journey makes it more enjoyable. And this is from the coaching perspective. So now let's talk from a consulting perspective. So as a consultant, using the process as a vital tool means you should focus on the process by developing a clear plan for achieving your goals. And this is important. Why do we emphasize plan? Because without plan, you cannot do a good job. And one of the things actually, and I think we talked about Coach Shilpa before, we encourage our clients to reverse engineer whatever they want to do with their clients, right? You always need to have the end in mind. So once you know where the end is, then you have to work backwards and say, okay, if in 1 year I want to raise my client to 6 figures through a process, then what must I do every month so that in 12 months and 6 months and 3 months, the client achieves that financial goal, right? So this is where reverse engineering is important. And we can only reverse engineer our coaching, our consulting experience by moving step by step using a clear plan. So here we encourage you to break down the project into smaller steps, just like we did in the coaching, and identify the resources that the client needs to take on to move every step across the way. So also with this setting of focus on the process, you'll be able to track the progress your client is making. And as usual, you celebrate with your clients along the way so that your client enjoys the journey. You also enjoy the journey as well.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful. I loved it because it is always said that, when the people and the situations, they may fail, but the process wins. So when you create a process, you can actually show that you have a growth mindset. Why? Because you could create the process and you could track it. So what you can track, it can improve. Right. So process is very, very critical. And also the great point you mentioned, and I want to emphasize, is celebrating wins, because I was not so good at doing that, being a very thinking very logically, being a perfectionist. I always felt, oh no, I can't wait and celebrate. I still have to do so much. Right. So that gets you into a different loop. So celebrating small wins is very important as a coach, as a consultant, and that can, help your client to keep winning every single day. So that's really beautiful. So the fourth step, thank you. So for that, I want to take them further to the fourth strategy, which is emphasize the effort. So like from coaching perspective, emphasizing effort means helping your clients to develop a growth mindset. So it's not that only you have a growth mindset, but then you helping your clients to have a growth mindset and having them to focus on their efforts and hard work rather than just staring at their previous abilities or the natural talents, right? That way, remind them that the hard work and dedication can help them achieve their goals, even if they didn't earlier have the skills and knowledge yet. So that's why they don't remain restricted by their previous self or the old self, but they're now embracing their next level version, right?
Yes.
So from a consultant perspective also, emphasizing effort means putting in the time and effort to deliver a very high quality results. So be willing to put in effort. So no effort is an added effort unless and until we achieve the results we want. So that's why going that extra mile will give you an additional edge to ensure that your work meets or even exceeds your client's expectation, right? It's always, under promise and over deliver. So focusing on delivering value rather than just meeting the minimum requirements or the KPIs or the set parameters of a project, you can always exceed the parameters by emphasizing on the great efforts. So I think that's the best and, most useful fourth strategy, I would say, Dr. Gerald. What would you say for the fifth strategy, fifth and the final one for today?
I like this. I really like the last statement saying that you have to go the extra mile, right? And one of the things, thank you really for emphasizing that point. One of the things, and I think again, this is Napoleon Hill saying that at the workplace, in office, in business, wherever it is, that for you to be successful, there's one area that very few, maybe 1 out of 100 people is willing to do, and that is going the extra mile. And it says that's where true success happens. And as a new consultant, as you listen to us, an aspiring consultant or an experienced professional, we would like to encourage you to take this last word Coach Silpa mentioned, the extra mile, exceeding the expectation of your clients. And this goes at your workplace, this goes as a consultant, this goes as a coach. Always over-deliver. Because majority of the people, Coach Silpa, with your almost 3 decades of corporate experience, I'm sure you'll agree with me, majority of the people do the minimum to survive being fired.
Yes.
But they do not actually know that at the end of the day, they are cheating themselves from the law of karma, right? Yes. So in life, you can only get the extra mile by going the extra mile. That's the only, there's no rule, you can't cheat that out. So the coach, as the consultant, I can't emphasize the point Coach Silpa just made, exceeding the expectation of your clients, your boss, your family, everywhere you're doing something, focus on that extra mile. And that, because that is where your blessings are. Just like Coach Napoleon Hill mentioned, right? Okay. So again, going back to our point 5.
Beautiful. Yeah, I know this is a very interesting topic for, this is very close to our heart and we have learned by experience. So there is like, nothing is more, we can always keep going on this.
Yeah, true. Okay, so let's talk about the fifth strategy, which is important. And for today, this is the fifth and final strategy we'd like to share with you as an opportunity to grow your mindset, okay? And this is using positive self-talk. Now, you may say, why positive self-talk? You see, one of the things we've learned as coaches, as people, mentors, is that your subconscious mind listens to you. The thought you keep in your mind greatest becomes your reality.
Yes.
And this is why positive self-talk is such an important, because if you keep telling your mind, yourself, that is, I'm not a good coach, I'm not a good consultant, surely your subconscious mind will make sure that you fail as a coach, as a consultant, because it will trust the words you give yourself. It replicates the most dominant force of energy of talk in your mind, either whether you say it by word of mouth or you keep that thought over and over in your mind. And so this is very important. So there is no difference between what you tell your subconscious mind, whether it is positive talk or negative talk. It will bring the true equivalence of that in reality. And this is why if your job, if your desire is to be a successful coach, to be a successful business person, a successful consultant, then you really need to focus on this element of positive talk. So, from a coaching perspective specifically, using a positive self-talk means you help your clients develop a positive mindset. The words you say to your clients are those that will make them feel, yes, I may not be there, but my coach sees light at the end of the tunnel, right? You do not bash your clients. So encourage them to use positive phrases like, I can do this, I'm capable of building my confidence and my motivation and things like that. So they can be really able to be pushed through in a positive way. And then again, Coach Shilpa here, having this positive self-talk will help you to reframe negative self-talk into positive, empowering statements. Because as a coach, the things you say to your clients can disempower or empower them. Now, from a consulting perspective, using positive self-talk means developing confident and optimistic mindset. As a consultant, your client hires you because they're actually lacking confidence in that particular area. They're calling you in to come into their business because they want something from you. So imagine you lack confidence and you're there saying, oh, I think I'm going to fail. You will really look miserable in front of your client. And so you will mess it up. So that's why positive self-talk is important so that you can become very confident. So use positive self-talk to build your own self-confidence and approach new challenges with I can do attitude. And that's important. I can do attitude. Because when you have that attitude, surely your subconscious mind will come to your aid. It will go to the universe and attract the equivalence of the I can do attitude with the required skills and knowledge and resources that will actually help you to overcome this new project. So this mindset can help you tackle new projects with enthusiasm, with optimism, even when you have setback, when you have some challenges, you will still be able to go the extra mile.
Wow, that's really beautiful. And I think self-talk is more valid and more required when you're actually facing the setbacks or uncertainty, Dr. Gerald, right? So it is also, I also feel that, and we have spoken this earlier, all coaches and consultants should also invest in self-care. And I think the positive self-talk is also kind of a self-care or self-respect. So everybody should be very mindful who at least wants to be a great coach and consultant starting from day one, having a positive self-talk and also encouraging your clients, even during discussion, the slightest sign of using a negative language about their own performance or abilities. If you're watchful, it can help them to take their, business, career, and the success, very farthest. So amazing point, Dr. Gerard. So I would say that now, since we have covered 5 strategies for the benefit of our listeners, should I make a quick summary of as per our ritual?
Yes, go ahead. And we've really come to the end of this. Today, we said we are going to talk about 5 important key points that you can use. So, Coach Shilpa, take it away. Just summarize for our audience so they can take those 5 points home and share with the family and friends. Go away.
Yes, absolutely. So here is a summary of how you can use these 5 strategies to develop a growth mindset, even as a beginning coach or consultant, or even if you're growing as a coach and consultant. So first one is embrace challenges rather than shying away from challenges, rather than underestimating your abilities. Embrace the opportunities to learn and grow and start helping your clients right away. Second one is learn from the failures rather than seeing failures as a reflection of your worth or your abilities or expertise. See them as an opportunities and pick good signs of the lessons it is teaching you and learn and grow in your business. Third one is focus on the process, just rather than focusing only on the end result. Focus on the process of getting there, because that journey is going to strengthen you as well as your client, which will help them to reach there and then go further than that. Then the fourth one is focusing on the effort or emphasizing on the effort, because effort beats abilities always, right? Hard work always beats talent. So focus on improving and doing your best, not the minimum. Right? And the fifth one, last but not the least, practice positive self-talk. And if you are at an initial stage, mindfully include that in your daily routine. That's what we also do in our program, because initially, even if we think, oh my God, I don't have any such negative self-belief, but it reflects in your results. So practice positive self-talk, and the way you talk to yourself can have a biggest impact on your mindset. And training your clients to talk positively about themselves in their mind can help them maximize their results. So take it away, Dr. Gerald, and towards the closure of today's beautiful episode.
Yes, I just want to once again thank you, Coach Shilpa, for summarizing these 5 beautiful points so that our audience can summarize them and take advantage and use them right away, implement them, because as we like to do this, we summarize this so that you can remember the 5 points, the 4 points, whatever we discussed. So today we've chosen 5 important points. And so if you have any questions or you'd like to learn more about our upcoming program or any of the processes or programs we talk about on this show, feel free to reach out to us directly. So now we have 2 emails. You choose one of them. You can either write to leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com if that is podcast related. If you want to come on the podcast, so please write to us on leadtalkpodcast@gmail.com. Or if you're interested to know more about the upcoming program that we've been hinting here, about the coaching program, just make sure you write to us at theimpactvalley@gmail.com. Again, theimpactvalley@gmail.com, right? Now, a member of our team will definitely reach out to you depending on what questions you'd like. We will be able to schedule a call with you so we can be able to understand your needs and design a plan for you appropriately. And
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and if it is one of the projects that is coming up, which is the coaching program for upcoming consultants and coaches, then we can either work with you one-on-one or in a group setting for the high impact coach launchpad program that we would be launching soon. And once again, we'd like to thank you, and we also invite you to listen on and download the very many resources that are down below here and in previous episodes. Share them with your loved ones so that you can hasten your leadership journey, your career transition journey, your coaching journey, your consulting journey, and above all, your business success journey. And if you're new to this channel, go ahead, subscribe, download, and share this episode with your colleagues and with the family. And well, Coach Shilpa, I invite you to take it away and close this for us.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Absolutely. As Dr. Gerald said, please reach out to us, write to us, whether you want to be part of our LeadTalk podcast, whether you want to join our upcoming program, which is a super special program and specifically designed and crafted to meet the exact requirements you're looking for. And we would keep sharing more about it as the time flies. And also remember all the strategies we have shared and start using it from today, and you will be very happy to see the results. So till we come again with another powerful episode, take best care of yourself because you're precious, and stop struggling, start winning every single day. See you soon. Goodbye.
Right. Thank you.